People are not as oblivious as you think. They know exactly what they're doing. They know what they're getting themselves into. It is no different than somebody who sees a fire and knows it's a fire and knows exactly where they're jumping into and knows how to avoid it. You have to be very careful around these people because their ultimate objective would be to actually see you act out of emotion. And the thing is, at that point they've got you, because if you put your hands on this person, you have fed right into their trap. They have full control over you or over the law. They probably have the opportunity to financially benefit from you, and at the end of the day you'll still not change the way that these people feel about you. So your ultimate objective, you need to learn how to identify those moments when people are causing perhaps separation, okay? Because as I mentioned, nobody is oblivious to the point where they know they're getting themselves into a disputes, right? You can feel it, you can see it, right? It's an instinct. So you just have to understand the detrimental decision of acting out of emotion, of being in a position where you perhaps weren't able to control yourself because you let somebody get under your skin. That can cost you years, right? You don't even know the stress you will have to go through when you're not only dealing with this person anymore, but now you're dealing with the entire corporal system, and you're dealing with the high end qualified judges and lawyers, and now you're in danger of actually even losing your privileges and the freedom which you have. So you need to be very well aware that this happens, right? You cannot let anybody get you for what you have worked for, because I'm telling you right now, listen, let people call you what they want. People are jealous, people are crazy, okay? Nobody, and I can guarantee you, okay, unless you are in a Romeo and Juliet situation, nobody wants to see you do better than them, okay? So I think as long as you recognize that, you can really proceed with your life in the best way possible, which is just to mind your own business, let people be, right? Somebody says something to you that's racist, that's offensive, you kind of just have to let it go, you know. And this is something that I feel like I'm still in the process of learning, because if you've seen life long enough and you see what happens to people who perhaps lost their cool or lost their sobriety, right? They acted out of the blue where they were not in control of their self. You understand the vulnerability these people put themselves in. It's dangerous. It's life costing. Like you just got to put things into perspective. You wake up every day. You put in so much phenomenal work, right? Like you are constantly trying to pay your bills, and you're doing what you can to kind of make sure you have a meaningful life, or one that you can enjoy to the minimum. Are you really gonna let some recess playground insults put you at jeopardy of losing your ability to be seen on the eye as a level-headed citizen? Because, you know, it's this type of thinking that I feel like people do not do. And part of the problem you'll find is, you know, it's within the culture, especially in black culture, right? Like it's promoted to see a brother, to beef, to resolve the conflict with violence, right? That's exactly what they teach black people. But you'll find that they'll never actually teach this to anybody else. So if you can kind of just understand that perspective, I think your life will be better, because you're not going to change the way people feel about you. I can guarantee you, people, like I mentioned, they are not oblivious. They know exactly what they're seeing when they see you. They know exactly what they're going to treat you, right? Nobody just magically falls out. Okay, I don't know who's in your life right now, but I can guarantee you they have already predetermined what they're going to do and what they're going to say. And that's the sad reality that I find. My situation isn't really about people I don't know, because like at the end of the day, I'm smart enough to know that I'm like, you don't know me, you don't know what I've had to do to get to my position, so I'm not going to take offense to whatever you have to say. My situation comes from those people who perhaps I once considered like brothers, right, and even close. And sadly, these were the people who really ended up turning around and flipping the script. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, I'm grateful that I could catch it now, but I could have saved myself a lot of time if I had caught this before. So like you just have to be very careful when you're around people. You're within your well-do right to question people, to assess people, right, and to not feel the need to compromise your emotions or your well-being for their sake. Because if you find out too late that you let somebody get to you, let's say somebody moved on to a girl you liked, you got upset at them, or right, somebody's just they took money from you or something like that. You just gotta understand, these are small things in life. I can't stress it enough. The world is big, okay? There's so much out there. Like, why would you let that situation, which was clearly not meant to be, why would you let that like block you from doing what it is that you could be doing elsewhere? Okay, I can guarantee you there are so many people in this world, man. Like you will find someone who's in alignment with you. It clearly wasn't that person, but the last thing you want to do is give into your emotion, because now you're going to be dealing with a whole different justice system that can take your livelihood, that can take your freedom, your finances. And this is everything that will affect your life moving onwards. So right, just remember, when you're in that situation, that you have to be very critical with the way that you feel. I'm not saying you don't have a right to be angry. Listen, I have every right to be upset when people throw racial slurs at my face, okay? And as a matter of fact, I'll be blatant and let you know, yeah, that upsets me. Why? Because it's ignorance. Am I gonna act out of the blue and give the person what they absolutely want, which is for me to completely lose my mind and lose what I've been working on for years and years of my life? No. Why would I do that? That is probably the most unwise decision I could make in my life, right? I'm at that point now where I'm like, you see, what I've built for me, right, is something that I'm trying to use to help people who I feel like are also stuck. So if you're throwing any kind of shade my way, I think the way I look at it is, you don't deserve my attention, because if you saw the chances that I had to take, just a day in night to get to my position, there is no way you can tell me to trade it for your recess playground insult, which means nothing. Okay, it actually means nothing, right? As a matter of fact, I'm very well aware that they need it more than I do. That's why they need to use me to satisfy their ego and their insecurities. Okay, so you gotta think when you're out here, man, because I'm letting you know, it's the world is not what people have told you it's going to be. Like, for some people, if you come from a well-structured place, right, like you have a good community, good family and all that, right, like you could possibly get away with some of the stuff that I'm talking about. But I would say for most people, specifically who I'm addressing, it's like you have to understand the real life of the situation. I'm telling you right now that the streets are cold. I don't care who's at the nightclubs at 11 p.m. Okay, once those clubs close, those streets are cold. Nobody is playing, nobody is celebrating. Okay, everybody is recovering and trying to figure out what happened. Okay, so you need to assess this. You need to understand what's going on around you, man. You need to know. You need to be able to pinpoint when somebody's getting you for your cool, And if you let that person get you for your cool, it's game over for you. You've lost the entire place. You may not see it physically, but you don't understand the objective of trying to deteriorate somebody in a way that not even the authorities can detect, right? That's dangerous. That's why I'm telling you, people know what they're doing. Okay, so in that situation, as cliche as it sounds, you need to be the better person, and you need to rise above the occasion.